If you've noticed that your stomach just isn't what it used to be, that foods you once enjoyed now leave you bloated, sluggish, or uncomfortable, that things move more slowly, or that your whole digestion feels a little off after 60, there's a real reason. Several, in fact. And there's a fascinating twist most people have never heard. Your gut and your brain are in constant two-way conversation, and what happens in one deeply affects the other. Most people think of digestion as a simple plumbing system. Food goes in one end, comes out the other, end of story. But your digestive system is one of the most sophisticated, intelligent parts of your entire body. So remarkable that scientists call it your second brain. And as it changes with age, understanding it can help you eat, feel, and even think better. We went through the research on digestion, the gut, and aging. And today, I'm going to walk you through why digestion gets harder after 60, the surprising gut-brain connection, and the simple things that keep this vital system running smoothly. So stay with me to the end, because I'll explain how your gut may be quietly influencing your mood and your mind, and what that means for how you care for it. It genuinely changes how you'll think about your next meal. First, a picture of what your digestive system really is. Think of it as a long, winding processing line, running all the way from your mouth to the other end. Along that line, food is broken down, nutrients are pulled out and absorbed into your blood, and waste is moved along and out. It's powered by muscles that push food along, by acids and enzymes that break it down, and remarkably, by trillions of tiny microbes living in your gut that help with the whole process. And woven through it all is a vast network of nerves, so dense that it truly functions like a second brain. After 60, several parts of this system shift. Let's walk through them. Quick favor before we go on. If you want to feel good after your meals again, tap that like button. It helps this reach more adults over 60. And as you watch, think about which part of digestion troubles you most. All right, let's get into it. The first reason digestion gets harder is that everything slows down. We'll call it the slowing conveyor. With age, the muscles that push food through your digestive tract contract a little more slowly and weakly, so food moves along the line at a more leisurely pace. In plain terms, the conveyor belt of digestion slows down. This is a big reason constipation and that heavy, sluggish, overly full feeling become more common after 60. The food is simply spending more time in transit. The second reason is about your body's breakdown tools. We'll call it the weaker furnace. As we age, the stomach often produces less acid, and the body may make fewer digestive enzymes. These are what break food down into pieces small enough to absorb. In plain terms, the furnace that breaks down your food burns a little cooler. This matters for more than comfort, because less stomach acid can make it harder to absorb certain nutrients, especially vitamin B12, which is exactly why deficiency becomes more common with age. So your digestion affects your whole body nutrition. The third reason lives in that inner world of microbes. We'll call it the changing garden. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, a whole ecosystem, and a healthy, diverse mix supports digestion, immunity, and more. With age, and with factors like medications and a narrower diet, that inner garden can lose some of its healthy diversity. In plain terms, the balance of helpful microbes in your gut can drift, and that affects how well everything works. The encouraging news is that this garden responds to what you feed it, which we'll get to. Stay with me, because the fourth point is the surprising one I promised, the gut-brain connection. We'll call it the two-way street. Your gut and your brain are linked by a massive nerve highway and a stream of chemical signals, talking back and forth constantly. In fact, a large share of the body's serotonin, a key mood chemical, is made in the gut. So your digestive health can influence your mood, your stress, even your sense of well-being. And in turn, stress and anxiety can upset your digestion. In plain terms, a troubled gut can weigh on your mind, and a troubled mind can unsettle your gut. This is why caring for your digestion isn't only about comfort, it may be part of caring for your mood and your mind, too. It's a genuine partnership. And the fifth reason is one to keep in view. We'll call it the medication effect. Many common medications taken after 60 can affect digestion, slowing things down, causing constipation, or changing how the gut works. In plain terms, some of your digestive changes may trace back to your medicine cabinet. Never stop a medication on your own, but if you've noticed digestive changes after starting something new, it's well worth mentioning to your doctor. So let's bring it together. Digestion gets harder after 60 because the conveyor slows, the breakdown furnace cools, the inner garden of microbes shifts, and medications add their effects, all while your gut and brain carry on their constant two-way conversation. Understanding this is the first step to feeling better. Here's what genuinely helps keep this system running well. Eat plenty of fiber from whole foods, vegetables, fruits, beans, and whole grains, which keeps that conveyor moving and feeds your healthy gut microbes. Drink enough water through the day, since fiber needs fluid to do its job. Chew your food slowly and thoroughly, giving your cooler furnace a head start. Consider gut-friendly fermented foods, like yogurt or kefir, which support your inner garden. Stay physically active, because movement keeps digestion moving too. And because of the gut-brain link, tending to your stress and sleep genuinely helps your digestion. In plain terms, feed the garden, move your body, calm your mind, and your gut will thank you. One important note before we close this part: if you ever have a persistent change in your bowel habits, blood in your stool, difficulty swallowing, or unexplained weight loss, please don't write it off as ordinary aging. Those deserve a prompt visit to your doctor, because catching things early always matters. Now, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what's changed most about your digestion after 60? And did you know your gut and brain were so closely linked? Be honest, because your answer might help someone else reading feel less alone in this. We read every comment here at Build After 50, and your questions often become our next videos. And before you go, if this helped, the next video you should watch is right here. It tackles why constipation gets worse after 60 and what actually helps. It pairs perfectly with today's topic. If you're new here, Build After 50 publishes research-based health videos every week, made specifically for adults over 50 who want to stay healthy, comfortable, and independent. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so the next one finds you. One important note before we close: everything we share here at Build After 50 is for educational purposes only. It's grounded in research, but it is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Digestive changes have many causes, and only a doctor who evaluates you can tell you what's behind yours. So please bring any persistent concerns to them. They know your situation better than any video ever could. Here's the thought I'll leave you with. Your gut works quietly for you all day, breaking down your meals, feeding your body, and even whispering to your brain. Treat it well, with good food, movement, and calm, and it will look after you in more ways than you ever realized. Every day you take care of yourself is a day you protect your future. This is Build After 50. Keep building.